We now go to a personal approach to designing an interactive digital interface, Nick Demopoulos.
Sorry, this is the sound. You don't need that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored to be here at this part of this lecture series. And I'm here as a group of artists from the 404 Festival, which was organized by Gina right here. So thank you. I'm going to be talking about a personal approach to designing a digital interface. So I'm a musician, and these are some interfaces that I've designed, and these are some other interfaces I've designed. And if you can see that instrument that's around my neck, would anybody be able to guess what instrument I started playing with, my primary instrument? Guitar. Right, guitar. So I am a guitar player. That's what I've been doing almost my whole life. And I started to want to be able to digitize or manipulate the sounds that I play. I don't play piano or other instruments, although I've tried, but I'm not very good at it. So in this photo, you can see I'm kneeling down and I'm manipulating this digital device because I'm trying to use the guitar as like a source of sound or of input, and then I'm trying to digitize to get the sounds that I want. And in this photo, it's a really hazy photo, but you can see that there's a sampler, a drum machine, all these digital devices, and I'm just trying to be able to manipulate the sounds. But obviously, this is very inconvenient to carry all this stuff around. It's kind of crazy, especially taking on the subway. So here I am again playing guitar, and that the other gentleman there is a bass player that I work with. We were both kind of struggling to digitize what we were doing, and here we are with a band, and we're both digitizing what we're doing. But the drummer was just playing an acoustic drum kit. So that really bothered me that the drummer was just playing drums. So I wanted to digitize. I wanted to make him a digital instrument. So I went to a place that was in Gowanus, Brooklyn, called the League of Electronic Musical Urban Robots, the Lemurplex. Yeah, amazing place run by a guy named Eric Singer, who actually helped make the Orchestrion, which is like a robotic orchestra for Pat Metheny. And here's one of his instruments, which is a bunch of strings which are played by something that plucks, and there's like a robotic servo that changes the length of the amount of string that gets plucked. And this is another one of his instruments. It's a mallet instrument that's robotic. Anyways, he taught me how to make a digital interface. And in his class, I saw a strip that looked like a string, but it was a resistor, actually, a electronic sensor. And as soon as I saw that, I knew I could make a stringed instrument. So I kind of forgot about the drum instrument I was going to make, and I just decided to make a digital guitar. And I've been doing that for over a decade. So I started being invited to speak to people, to college kids, and how to make a personal digital interface device. Now, each one of us has our own life story with our own talents. We don't all play guitar. Some of us play other instruments. Some of us play sports, basketball, bowling, whatever. Everyone has their own unique talents. So when I talk to people about making a digital interface for them, I want them to look inside of themselves and in their story and just don't think about just the possibilities are infinite. Don't think about any kind of limitations. Just what do you want? Just go into your imagination. So I asked people this question at a college course, and these are some of the responses I got. So this person wanted to make a conversation synthesizer. These two gentlemen are having a conversation. It's digitized by something around their neck. And then they each have a dock. You can agree, you can disagree, you can change the subject. There's lights, there's a pressure heat sensor right here, which we'll get into what the sensors are. You can put your hand on the sensor. When the light is blinking, you are checking your phone. So you can't check your phone during the conversation, okay? And then this is more detail on the conversation. The throat girdle measures the voice box vibration, which affects the instrument pitch, tone, tempo, paint saturation, amount of ink application, and area of spray. I don't even know what that means. But there's a phone fiddling sensor too. So this is a really amazing idea. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, this person is digitizing a sewing machine, which is incredible. And I think it's a great idea because there's so many ways to manipulate it. You have a wheel, you have a joystick, you have a foot pedal. So there's all these different ways to manipulate what you're doing, and she already knows how to use a sewing machine, so she can play this as soon as you can digitize it. Okay, I love this one. This is a bike synthesizer. So what I'm getting to is I want each one of you, if you were to undertake this task of making a digital interface, you would have to think of what you can do. So this is a digital synth. There's a button on the seat where you sit. There's light sensors. There's speakers on the tires. The chain detects the speed. It's brilliant. There's a thermal sensor on the handlebars. Okay, so that's that. This one, I don't know what this is, but this person wanted to use this where you're sitting on it, you're blowing into it. It's an octopus French horn. You're pulling a lever. So that's that one. Now let's get into this. So what do you do with all these ideas? You have to find a way to digitize them. So there's various sensors. This is a muscle flexing sensor. This is just a flexing sensor. That's a color sensor, so it's sensing the orange. And this is the string that I was telling you about, that when I first saw that, I decided to make a guitar. So you take the sensors and you connect them to microcontrollers. This one, the big long one, is like about this big. It's really tiny, and it's the most recent one is probably the most powerful microcontroller, and it's $30. So it's very, you're not inhibited by the costs really. So you connect the sensors to the microcontroller, and then the microcontroller connects to something that's going to create the sound. That's the first instrument I made. I made that in 2 weeks. It was raw, but it was really worked very well. And there it is again. And then this is my drawing of what I wanted to make after that. So I'm going to speed through these a little bit. This is the next drawing. And I printed this out in a piece of paper that was life size, and I realized that this drawing wasn't going to interface with my body very well. So I kept iterating. I got to this one, and then I got to that one. It's a 3D drawing, and then that's the one that I made after all that. As you can see, my hand is like where it's relaxed. It's hitting that sensor perfectly. So that's kind of, you want to interface with your body just like that. These are some other ones I made. That's Nels Klein, a famous guitar player. I'm sharing it with him. And then I kept iterating and making different things. This is a table instrument I made. That's me playing the table instrument. And that's a 3D drawing of the next thing I wanted to make. That's just a concept drawing. And I made a scale model out of cardboard. And then that's the next one I made.
Knobs.
Knobs, lots of knobs. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop my talk now. But if you want to find me, these are some 3D models of the next instrument I made. So oops. Anyways, this is me, smug.com, Smugwood Instagram. So thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you.